My name is Lisa, and I'm a company employee who's currently overjoyed because I'm engaged to be married. I was proposed to by my lover, Rodolfo, and I can't stop grinning every day. At work, I try hard to suppress these happy feelings and concentrate on my tasks. Rodolfo has started his own business, which is on the right track and doing well, but it seems he's very busy. Because of that, we haven't been able to see each other much outside of wedding planning meetings. Hey, Rodolfo? Since we haven't had much time together recently, how about we go out for a meal?
A meal, huh? I'm pretty busy right now. But sure, why not?
Despite inviting Rodolfo for a meal, he seemed not too keen on the idea, perhaps because he was tired. Still, I was looking forward to seeing him after such a long time. Then came the day of our meal. Since I had some time, I decided to pick Rodolfo up from his office, but I wonder if this is a good time. Rodolfo.
What are you talking about? You're really funny.
Oh, stop. That's not true at all.
Who is that girl? They seem to be having a lot of fun.
And then, about our day off coming up.
Isn't that Lisa? What are you doing here?
I had some time, so I came to pick you up. Am I intruding?
What are you saying? This is Bella, our new recruit. Bella, this is my fiancé, Lisa.
Nice to meet you. I'm the newbie, Bella.
Nice to meet you. I'm Lisa, Rodolfo's fiancé.
Oh, right. Rodolfo-san, do you have any plans after this today? There's this restaurant I've always wanted to try.
Well, Bella is a new employee, so maybe we should have a meal and talk about work and stuff.
Really? That would be amazing.
So, that's the situation, Lisa. Our meal will have to wait for another time.
Excuse me?
Then let's go quickly.
Rodolfo left, pulled away by Bella. While I stood there stunned, the two of them disappeared from sight. From that day on, Rodolfo began to cancel our plans more frequently, citing work as the reason. Furthermore,
Hey Lisa, I've decided to call off having the wedding ceremony.
what? Call off the wedding? Why? After all the planning and preparations we've done?
If you want a wedding ceremony that badly, just prepare it yourself.
By myself.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. A bride doing her wedding alone could be quite a hit, don't you think? If Lisa sets a precedent, maybe it could start a trend of solo weddings.
Rodolfo, I'm being serious here, don't joke about this.
I'm serious. If you want to do it, go ahead and prepare by yourself or whatever you like.
Rodolfo suddenly announced he wanted to cancel the wedding. Despite spending our precious holidays on planning and preparation, I couldn't understand how Rodolfo could so easily say let's call it off, even if it was still early in the planning stages. At the same time, feeling distrustful, I consulted someone about this matter. A few months later, while I was at home, Rodolfo and the new employee, Bella, suddenly came to my room. What are you both doing here together?
Actually, I've been having an affair with Bella here.
I'm so sorry. Entrepreneurs are just so attractive, you know?
What? An affair?
Well, that's what it is.
What do you mean by that? I've been doing all the wedding planning by myself, you know?
Are you still doing that? Normally, you'd cancel, right?
We haven't had a proper conversation about anything. So I can't decide everything on my own.
Well, whatever. We're having a baby, so the engagement is off.
A baby? Are you serious?
I thought I was going to marry and was so happy, but Rodolfo prefers younger and cuter girls like me.
If I'm going to marry, I prefer someone free and bright like Bella. Lisa is too serious, sort of lacks fun.
Lacks fun?
Well, it's a shame to let go of your perfect housekeeping.
How about hiring her as a maid?
That's definitely not happening.
Oh, right. That would be too pitiful.
Stop joking, both of you. Did you do this knowing you were engaged to me?
So what? We're not married yet, so it's fine, right?
I've already told both our parents.
I don't get all that complicated stuff.
Well, we're serious about each other.
Rodolfo and Bella came talking openly about their affair. It was hard not to see them as making light of the situation. Despite their confidence. Just as I thought.
What do you mean just as you thought?
What do you mean by just as you thought?
I was already aware of the relationship between Rodolfo and that girl.
What are you talking about?
It seems correct that she's a new employee at the company. But your relationship isn't just president and employee, is it?
Eh? What are you talking about?
Let's drop the act of playing dumb.
Hey! What's all this about?
Yeah. Explain so we can understand.
I looked into what kind of relationship you two have.
Huh? Like a detective thing?
Ugh! What could someone like you possibly do? You say you looked into it, but you're probably just making stuff up.
It's true, I couldn't do much by myself.
So, it was just a bluff. How pathetic, an old lady's bravado.
Since I couldn't do anything, I asked someone who could.
Huh?
Who would that be?
It'd be me.
Whoa! Who the heck are you?
Wait a minute. Who is this handsome guy?
He's my friend, Noah, a very capable lawyer. Rodolfo and Bella were clearly shocked by Noah's sudden appearance. Noah then took an envelope out of his bag.
This contains evidence of your affair.
Evidence of an affair!
Wait, when did you?
I investigated on my own.
You're not a detective. Can you even do that?
It's not okay to enter buildings without permission, but I didn't do any of that, so it's totally fine.
Did you just make this up?
I'm a liar. I don't engage in fraud. There's solid evidence here. We'll be demanding compensation for damages.
Compensation. I don't remember owing anything like that.
Right. That evidence is probably fake anyway.
We have recordings of conversations where you admitted to the affair.
Ugh. You are doing that. Well, whatever. If it's just compensation, I'll pay it.
Yeah, Rodolfo has money after all.
Sorry to break it to you while you're being so defiant, but we're not just asking for damages. We'll also be demanding the return of the investment.
Ha! Investment.
Demanding its return, what?
You're quite carefree for an entrepreneur.
What do you mean?
Did you forget that my parents invested in your company?
In the event of an engagement being broken off, we've already prepared to demand 300 million yen as a repayment.
300 million yen.
After getting engaged and preparing for a wedding, did you really think you could just cheat and then simply walk away? In fact, when Rodolfo was starting his business, my parents had contributed a significant amount of money. His business was thriving, and his income had substantially increased. Perhaps because of this success, Rodolfo had become overly confident and ended up having an affair. And to top it all off, he even went as far as to call off our engagement. I had anticipated he would do something like this. So, I had been discussing various matters with Noah. As soon as the repayment demand was mentioned, Rodolfo reacted.
Hey Lisa. Let's go ahead with the wedding after all.
What? Wait a minute. What about our child?
No need to worry. The pregnancy is a lie.
What? A lie. But you said you were pregnant with my child.
Well, that's because.
Were you trying to trick me? Don't mess with me. I guess I really can't be with anyone but a fundamentally serious woman like Lisa.
I refuse to be with a philanderer like you.
Why?
What? You're the one who said you wanted to break off our engagement because you cheated. And you only want to get back together to avoid paying the 300 million, right?
Lying so blatantly. What a pathetic man.
But Lisa, you still love me, right?
Ew. Gross. After you mocked me, suggesting I should set a precedent with a solo wedding?
That was just a little joke.
I question the nerve of someone who can say such awful things even in jest.
Wait a minute. Regardless of the child, you're going to marry me, right?
Go ahead, marry her or do whatever.
300 million. What's this repayment demand? I never thought I'd have to pay back that much.
I don't care anymore.
You have to take responsibility for your own actions.
Hey, isn't it kind of cheap to ask for the money back once you've given it to someone?
So, you just give money away for free without any conditions?
Of course not. I'd set terms like a repayment deadline, but.
Right. Given the situation, it's only natural that he's being asked to repay the 300 million as a condition.
After Noah briefly explained, it seemed Bella understood the situation regarding the 300 million yen.
But, even so, how am I supposed to live if you do that?
What happens to you two from here on out is absolutely none of my concern.
Lisa! Were you always this cold-hearted?
You're the one who cheated and declared a breakup, and now you talk about getting back together? Are you stupid?
You really have the nerve to say that after everything you've done.
Shut up. Ah, this is so tiring. All right, I lied. I cheated with a younger girl from the company. Happy now? Is this what you wanted?
We definitely had an affair, but we're seriously dating. We'll get married and be happy instead of you.
Such a disgraceful way to justify yourselves.
Oh. If you're getting back together, then you shouldn't have time to be talking to me.
Exactly. So, you, the second-hand woman, better step back.
Oi, Bella. Don't say unnecessary things. I'm trying to make amends here.
What? Don't joke with me. Weren't you going to marry me?
There's no need to marry if you're not pregnant.
Even so. You proposed, I accepted, and I've already told my parents.
I don't care about that. You're the one who told your parents on your own.
Trying to get back together for money is the worst.
Say whatever. I'm facing a 300 million yen problem here.
Could you take your ugly fight outside? As I said before, the demand for the return of 300 million yen still stands.
Why? If I get back with Lisa, that won't be necessary, right?
There's no way because I'm not interested.
Paying 300 million yen would bankrupt me.
Then start over with a new venture or whatever.
This time you'll be starting not from zero, but from a negative position.
Rodolfo, whose business was supposed to be doing well, said that 300 million yen was impossible for him. He probably spent too lavishly when he felt financially expansive. But now, none of that really matters anymore. Well, since you originally liked working, why not just go back to the start?
I'm going to continue being a successful entrepreneur. I'm not saying this in a bad way, but marrying me as planned is really for your own good, Lisa.
And while we're at it, wouldn't it be fine if I just became his mistress? Entrepreneurs have 3 or 4 mistresses, right?
You owe an apology to entrepreneurs around the world.
Just because someone is wealthy doesn't necessarily mean they live like that, right?
So, I have a beautiful, skilled cook at home as a wife. And young, cute mistresses outside. Perfect, don't you think?
Hey, you should see a neurosurgeon.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means your way of thinking is abnormal. It's not even remotely funny.
I never thought you could be this foolish.
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't you think that even if you married as planned, Lisa's life wouldn't change?
What do you mean?
She's the daughter of parents who can dish out 300 million yen.
Ah,
If marrying you won't change my life, then I might as well not marry you at all. My feelings have completely cooled off, so calling off the engagement is fine by me.
Wait, don't say that. Marry him. I'll be the mistress, but I'll definitely send Rodolfo back home.
It's clear as day that you're only after his money.
Does it even matter anymore? Do you really think I'd approach Rodolfo for anything other than his money?
A woman who gets caught and still has the nerve to admit it openly is terrifyingly foolish.
Hey, you've been mocking Rodolfo and me this whole time, haven't you?
I'm just appalled. Lisa has been looking at you both with utter disbelief, hasn't she?
Talking seems like a waste of time now, doesn't it? Do you still have something to say? At first, the two of them were acting arrogantly from a position of superiority, but now the tables have turned. They were arguing and defiantly making a fuss on their own.
hey Lisa. Do you really have no intention of getting back together with me?
Looking at my attitude, do I seem like I still want to marry Rodolfo?
So, does that mean Rodolfo really will have to pay the 300 million?
Haven't I been saying that?
Please. Let's get back together. I'll completely cut ties with this woman.
Hey, isn't that too harsh?
Lucky you. Seems like he still wants to marry you, at least.
Bella. Don't say unnecessary things.
Treating women like that is despicable. It just proves you only think about yourself.
Ah, no, this is... Hey Lisa, what can I do to be forgiven?
As far as I'm concerned, nothing happened.
She's not mad. That's good, right?
Don't forget about the 300 million, okay?
So, I am going to lose the money after all.
Obviously. You kick sand in the face of your benefactor. Fooled by a woman just because she's young. Are you stupid?
I have times when I want to have fun too.
If you want to play, at least be smarter about it. Saying you'll marry and then acting defiantly, of course, this situation would happen.
You probably didn't think things through anyway.
Hey Lisa, don't be so cold to me.
I'll apologize too, so. It's impossible for Rodolfo to be buried in debt.
Despite their complaints,
You, on your part, will be paying damages for breaking off the engagement, understand?
What? Why?
because having an affair while being engaged is the same as adultery.
Really? I can't pay that.
And you, apart from the 300 million, will also pay Lisa damages, got it?
Impossible, impossible, impossible.
It's okay, Rodolfo, you can do it if you try. Besides, it's a good opportunity for you to realize how terrible your actions were.
Someone like you won't understand without going through this kind of experience.
Hey! Your wife is super scary, you know.
Well, stop your whining, both of you.
Noah will send the documents over later. Following the engagement termination with Rodolfo, he was obligated by Noah, the lawyer, to repay the 300 million yen investment. Naturally, his company faced financial difficulties and quickly went bankrupt. Without the company, Rodolfo and newly employed Bella found themselves unemployed. To cover the repayment to my parents and the compensation to me, they incurred debts, including for their living expenses. Their debts kept accumulating, leading to a dire situation where they now evade debt collectors, reportedly living a miserable life of homelessness by a riverbank in the neighboring prefecture. In contrast, my life took a different turn. Thank you so much for everything. My parents are also very grateful and want to thank you properly sometime.
It's my job, no need for thanks. You don't even have to treat me to a meal today.
No, it's not just about saying thank you. Words alone can't express how I feel. Thanks to you, I was saved from marrying a weirdo.
Oh, what's with that? Well, let's both take it easy until the next good person shows up.
Although my marriage plans fell through, I did not plan to quit my job for marriage and continue working as usual. My colleagues also supported my decision and organized a comforting drinking party. I don't feel regretful about not becoming a married woman. The choice to leave Rodolfo was indeed the right one. As I return to a single life, I intend to live at my own pace without stress. Maybe a wonderful prince will appear someday. Sharing such thoughts with Noah, I felt grateful and a subtle happiness for being able to enjoy such relaxed and joyful moments. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.